Yo, what it do? My name's Anyo. Welcome to the new video. And today I want to talk about my workhorse of a camera, whether it be personal and also just paid work. And I'm actually trying to transition on using this full time on like more of my bigger video projects. So usually I have the Blackmagic 6K Pro whenever I am doing video DOP kind of jobs. Trying to switch to the Fuji XH2S in order to do those jobs just because of like again weight and also capabilities that it has. So obviously the Blackmagic is still a better cinema camera, but again, I'm like a solo filmmaker, so I usually do everything myself, and things like mini XLR inputs don't really it doesn't really matter to me unless we're actually doing audio stuff, but that's why you have a recorder. Anyways, enough rambling on. As I mentioned, this is the camera. Again, for me, I have two kind of scenarios for this rig. Even with this alone, this is usually my go-to setup. I guess the first thing we talk about is the Fringer EF to FX Pro 2. And I love this adapter because I still have a lot of EF glass, especially the 1835 Sigma. And this allows it to be fully autofocus without any problem, in my opinion. I think this is like the best adapter for EF to FX mount. So usually this would be my setup, adapter, and that'll be it. You know, whenever I do event recaps, it's just especially for like dance events and stuff, I'll usually have just a lanyard. And as you can see, there's only one, not two, because when I attach it, just kind of like this, and it's easier for me to grab or even detach it rather than detaching both all the time. And at least I have full range of freedom whenever I do this. This I guess would be like the most bare bones setup I would ever have it. Like if I don't want to carry anything else and I just want to carry this, and maybe I would carry a sling bag so I can just put it in and out kind of thing. So I guess this would be my second setup for like another lightweight version of a job. So if I need to make sure that, again, for me, I love shooting low angles. So for me, in order to get shooting low angles, obviously flip out screen, I can also just do this, but I love having the stability of a top handle. So this would be my flashier lightweight setup. So I recently got into these Arca type mounts, and this one's the Falcam. And what I like about this is that if I have a tripod, I can put it with an Arca Swiss. Is it Arca Swiss? I think it's an, I don't know. Arca mount. I can just have a quick swap on that and then take it out, and I can put it on this portable half cage that I found, which is super dope. I like a half cage because it also cuts the weight, and I don't like having things in front here because I usually, you know, the trigger and all the settings are on here. So that would be my half cage so that I can put a top handle ready to go. So with this, I love how quick and easy this one kind of builds up and rigs up. And then, you know, if you don't want the top handle and you want to kind of have like a little wider grip, obviously this is not meant for it, but you can kind of play around with this swivel system that they have. So it's nice, it's cool, very quick and easy kind of half cage. I'll link all the tools that I have for this setup. I have this thing on, like a mini arm just for like a monitor if I ever need a monitor. But to be honest, with this setup, I barely put a monitor on this because I want to keep it as clean as possible and as little weight as possible anyways, because that means I'm going to introduce monitor with a battery. It's going to take a long time, and that pretty much going to be me doing a more of like a video focused project rather than a photo video, because at least with this I can still do photo video. Even with a top handle, I can always just swap this out. Don't need to worry about that. Then put this in. Now it's kind of like a more video focused rig. Alright, so the next setup is going to be video focused on set rig, and this one, again, this is just kind of a very new setup just because I'm trying to replace my Blackmagic 6K Pro and use this as my main video camera. Just talking about that a little, reason why I want to switch to this over the Blackmagic is one, they pretty much have very similar sensor size. They're both APS-C sensors. And for the Fuji, this one shoots 6.2K open gate. And I like having a wider shot just because I feel like nowadays everybody's deliverables is social media square and horizontal. And with that, at least with an open gate sensor, I can always just crop in a little better compared to just a regular 6K DCI kind of look. And also with this, I've been using this for a while now, and I really love editing with the F-Log2. And I'm not saying I don't like editing with the Blackmagic RAW. They're both really easy to work with, to be honest. The Blackmagic is a lot better. I don't mind getting the quality from here. And for me, everything is about weight. And I know I'm about to get bigger and heavier with this, but it's easier for me to use this. So first we're going to start off with the cage of the camera. I don't know how people feel about Neewer, but I don't mind their products. They're not bad. They give me quality cages, lights, and whatever that, you know, works. So I'm not really complaining. For the past recent years, I feel like they've been really upping their quality. And I actually like this just because it kind of comes in rather than like a really blocky feel. And I actually don't mind like kind of holding this with with my trigger hand, I guess. I like that most cages now have like a little built-in or detachable tool underneath most of the time, which is really nice. But I have way too many Allen keys and other stuff that I usually bring this a lot with me all the time. But you know, this one's nice. I like the design of this because it's actually pretty cool. You can have the little small hex tool, I'm not sure. And you have a flat head as well. There you go. Cage. Now, I already put this on the cage, but this is just a Smallrig NATO rail so that I can have a quick release. Lock it in. Super simple, super easy. Before I put the top handle on, I'm actually going to put the base plate on this. So, I already built out the base plate. Obviously 15 millimeter rods. I have a base plate for my tripod so that I can quick swap it whenever I need to. And I found this Smallrig base plate with an Arca slide mount so that I can easily slide this in. For me, everything is about speed and convenience. There you go. Pretty much everything from here is all Smallrig. So I have the Smallrig V-mount plate and it's articulating, top handle. And I don't really, obviously nice to have a wider grip so that you can have better control, but sometimes I don't. I usually never have a focus puller, so I usually pull focus myself. I usually attach my Smallrig articulating ball arm thing here, and I would attach it to my Tilta Nucleus N on it. I will have a wireless follow focus system. And this is usually for pulling zoom because I don't want to be reaching in order to grab it. I just want to be able to do this. So for the wires, we're obviously doing a D-tap to USB-C because this is a Fuji. And I have a 8 volt to an NPF because I do a monitor on this. So I have a Smallrig quick release hot shoe mount to a Ninja V Atomos set up there, and I would just run my cord here. Again, I usually just wrap it around so that's not on the way of anything. So I usually just wrap it around here. Then I have my Nucleus follow focus. Feel like my voice is running out. Goddamn. And I usually just wrap this around, going back to the Smallrig plate right here. I bought this one is because it can change height. I already set up the height so that's easier for me. The height so that I can have a matte box with this setup. Another Smallrig, I forgot the name, but again, everything will be in the link below because I'm not prepared for this video. The reason why I like this is because it has a built-in VND. What I like about this is that you can unclip this and unclip this side as well. You can detach it real quick. So if you want, you can even have no VND. You can also put a I like ProMist filters, so I would put a ProMist filter, and you can even stack it so you have a ProMist filter and a VND. And we're almost done. Oh, and also speaking about my cage again, the reason why I like this cage is because it has two hot shoe mounts. So one on the left and one on the right. I was looking at Smallrig, I was looking at Tilta. Most of them only had one hot shoe. And for me, I like having scratch audio just in case kind of thing. And I would put a Sennheiser MKE 400. And the only reason why I know the name of this mic is because it's in the back. And I actually love this mic because whenever you turn on the camera, the mic also turns on. And when you turn off the camera, it also turns off. So it's a really good feature that I have because one, I always keep forgetting about my microphones and they would just be dead the next day. The last item on this list, this one's a Moment 99 watt V-mount battery. I like these, but I also don't like these. Again, the only reason why I like this one is better power than the native battery, but at the same time this actually like runs out power real quick. You know, it's better to have so that I can power everything with one battery. It's not the greatest system, but it works. So focus is on, V-mount's on, camera is on. Now I have a full running set ready camera, 6.2K aspect ratio, open gate, and this will last me for a couple hours on set and never have to turn off the camera. Usually on set, you don't want to turn off your camera because it's going to take a long time for it to start up everything, especially even with this. This takes like 5 seconds to turn on, which is super annoying. That's the rig. See you around for the next one. Peace.